I'm Rachel Conroy and welcome to Girl on Grill Action. Today we're going to prepare a meal that is perfect for any date. We're going to have steak, tomatoes with pepper jack, and potatoes, all prepared on the grill. So sit back, relax, because it's date night. First thing we're going to start off with are the potatoes. Now it's very important that you wash and pat dry your potatoes with a paper towel, which I've already done. You also want to make sure you put vent holes with a fork in it. That way, when it's heating up, your potato won't explode. Good advice, I think. So first thing we do is you take some olive oil and just kind of put it in on the tin foil. You want a square tin foil per potato that you're putting on the grill. Let's see, take your basting brush or whatever you have. You can use a spoon or a spatula or a rubber spatula, works just as good. And kind of just spread it all around. There, just like that. Stick that in. And you really cannot mess up this recipe. It's really simple. Use any spices you want. Today I'm going to be using garlic powder, lemon pepper, and salt and pepper, and that's it. It's really, really simple. So then you just very generously sprinkle the different spices you have on your tin foil. Oh yeah. And a lot of it, the olive oil will soak it up and it'll just be wonderful and harmonious. And we got the pepper. Last but not least, the pepper. Okay, now take your potato and make sure you cover it really good. You want to cover the entire potato, and your hands will get really nasty and dirty and slimy, but you know what, that's alright. That's what makes cooking fun and good. After you get the entire thing coated, wrap it up, and now it's ready to go on the grill. So let's do that with the other one. Get it all going good here. Yeah. That all nice and lovely. Wrap it up. Now these bad boys are ready to go on the grill. Depending on what size of potato you have is how long it needs to cook on the grill, obviously. For about this size right here, which is about a little medium potatoes, they take about 30 minutes total, 15 on each side. So what we're going to do is at first we're just going to put them right here. Just let them lay how they'll roll a little. Well, that one won't. But usually they'll roll, and just let them lay how they fall for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to flip them over for another 15 minutes. So while we're waiting to come and flip these over, let's go work on the tomatoes. Now for the tomatoes. This is another easy recipe that will knock everyone's socks off. And as you, I'm sure, have been able to tell, I only do easy recipes because when you have to work hard, cooking loses its fun factor. And what you want to do to start is start by cutting out the core, because it's just so much tastier when you don't have the core in there. Just like that. And just go ahead and pop it out. Usually it comes out, but not always. It gets a little hateful sometimes. There, just like that. Pop it in the bowl. And you want to cut relatively thick slices. Not quite like that. About like this. So it's thick, just like that. It's easier to grill that way. They won't get as flimsy and floppy, and they're easier to eat. So there, we got 2 slices out of that one. We're going to do the exact same thing here. And guys, if you enjoy, like if you don't want to cut the core out, you don't have to. It's not going to kill you. It's not hazardous or anything. It's just a preference. I prefer to not eat the core, and y'all might. So here we go again. Let's cut the back off. Like that. Put that in the waste bowl. And cut this about in half. So there we go. There. We got 4 nice slices of tomato. And for spices, we're going to take some more garlic powder. And again, powder generously. along with the salt and pepper. And it's important that you spice both sides. Alright, now it's time to turn the potatoes. And when it becomes this time, things really start happening kind of quickly. Alright, turn those over and over. Perfect. Now we're going to put the steaks on. I got a couple ribeyes here that I've been marinating. Real simple marinade with soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce. The spices I used: garlic, salt, and pepper. Real simple. Again, it's really hard to mess up a steak. Alright, now things are really going to start getting exciting. Oh, that smells wonderful. I wish you all could smell it, but you'll be able to when you make this at home. I'll flip those suckers like that. Alright, now what I like to do here is pour the leftover marinade over the steaks just to kind of add a little bit more flavor. And when it runs off, that will add more smoke and make the charcoal smoke a lot better. And just add more smoky flavor. Now we're going to put the tomatoes on, and as I told you, I'm only going to spice up one side to begin with. And that's the side I'm putting down first. And what we're going to do now, like I said, is season the other side. So we got our garlic, salt and pepper here. Kind of going at it both ways here. Alright, we're going to leave these on here for about 5 more minutes. And come and take the steaks off. We'll flip the tomatoes. It's all going to get fun juggling act we got going on. Now it's time to cheese up our tomatoes. In my opinion, the cheesier the better. I chose pepper jack. Just place 1 slice per tomato. Another cheese that I've used that I really like is provolone mozzarella. Colby Jack has a nice flavor to it. Just stick that on like that. And what we're going to do here is just let this sit and let it melt. All we want to do is let it melt. Their tomatoes are already cooked. So once it melts, we're going to get these guys out and plate them up. Now the cool thing about potatoes, especially in the tin foil, is if you can keep them wrapped in the tin foil when you plate them, and they'll still keep them nice and warm and still kind of cook them a little. So even if when you take them off they're not done or not quite done cooked, they'll still be cooking in the tin foil. It's not quite the faux pas that everybody seems to think it is to drink white wine with red meat. Just drink whatever you enjoy, because if you're not enjoying what you're drinking, well then it's not fun. And you need to have a good time once in a while. And as always, if you have seen a recipe that you would like, just give me an email at girlongrillaction@gmail.com. I'm Rachel Conroy, and have a grillin' day.